even Senator Roberts got caught on a remark he made in the hallway about a woman that was running against him for an office, and said stuff that I think everybody was surprised. But you need to be aware of what you say, and certainly that's not a subject to be joking about in any way. So it was really a regrettable situation. I'm sure he was not serious in any way about that, but still not a good remark to have made. And I think some of the Democrat leadership has indeed, there's been a press release I think I saw the other day that someone has called for his resignation. Actually, I don't know if it would come to that level, but there is a provision in which people can have ethics complaints looked at by action by legislators. And it was in a House committee, so I don't know, that might be an appropriate way if people are really pursuing it. But I do think that I appreciated leadership on the Republican side in the House, certainly made a very nice apology on Virgil's behalf and made it very clear that that's not something they want their caucus to be saying, or I don't know if they went as far as saying not even thinking it, but I think that was kind of inherent. But people just have to watch those flip remarks. And I don't think most of us would probably have ever joked to that level, but I bet Virgil won't do it again.
Interesting question. Do you support the elimination of the enterprise zone, including, most importantly, the project sales tax exemption? Won't this be highly detrimental to small business in rural Kansas and limit our Eco-Devo toolkit for metropolitan areas? Thank you, Jan Pauls, for getting my unemployment restarted. The phone call-in system does not work. No way to correct this mistake. You've obviously called and taken care of it, so thanks for Jan Pauls. Here's a question. 411 of the Fortune 500 companies include sexual orientation in their new discrimination policies. 30 of 50 states do the same. Will you support sexual orientation being added to the state's non-discrimination requirements? Why or why not?
It's interesting, there's been a bill in the Senate a number of years that would add sexual orientation to the protected classes on civil rights, and that's never made it any further than coming out of the Fed and State Committee on the Senate side, and when it's been on the floor, it's never been above the line in the Senate to be voted on one way or the other. I don't support adding sexual orientation or any other group to our protected classes on civil rights. The broader you make that, the less protection it gives to the people who are being protected under the Act right now. And it's been very important for civil rights to be protected for minority religious groups, minorities in the sense of other races, women being discriminated against, even men being discriminated against. There's a lot of categories that we have under existing law. So far, the federal government, which has the overall the overall Civil Rights Act, has not ever added sexual orientation to it. So I would not support it, but it's not been supported. I don't believe the House has ever actually voted on that in any committees. And I know, as I say, the Senate has had that bill times. It's never made it further than coming out of the Fed and State Committee over there.
Thank you, Jan. Very interesting statement and question from an educator in the audience. Very well written, I might say. Representative O'Neill has said that districts need to make cuts in spending